We'll came to star Baz USA Manny Pacquiao as one of the most celebrated fighters in boxing history, an 8-division world champion whose career has inspired millions. His rise from poverty in the Philippines to becoming a global icon has already made him a legend both inside and outside the ring. Yet, even after more than 2 decades of glory, the Pac-Man still feels the itch to fight. At 46 years old, rumors of a comeback continue to swirl, but this time, Pacquiao himself has acknowledged the real threat that comes with returning to professional boxing at his age: his health. Pacquiao has never been one to duck a challenge. Known for his explosive speed, relentless pressure, and fearless approach, he's shared the ring with some of the greatest fighters of the modern era: Oscar de la Hoya, Ricky Hatton, Miguel Cotto, Juan Manuel Marquez, Floyd Mayweather Jr., and many more. Every time people thought he had reached the end, he found a way to prove them wrong. But time, as every fighter eventually learns, is an undefeated opponent. In a recent interview, Pacquiao was brutally honest about the dangers of stepping back into the ring. He admitted that while his body still feels strong and his training remains intense, his biggest concern isn't losing a fight, it's suffering permanent damage that could affect him for the rest of his life. Greater than, I can still fight, I can still move, and I still love the training. But boxing is different. One mistake, one punch, and your health can be gone forever, Pacquiao said. That's the biggest danger. At my age, I have to think about what's more important, fighting or living a healthy life with my family. The warning he gives himself mirrors the cautionary tales of past legends, none greater than Muhammad Ali. Ali, often regarded as the greatest heavyweight of all time, fought well beyond his prime. His final years in the ring were painful to watch, particularly his defeats to Larry Holmes and Trevor Berbick. Many experts and doctors believe those last fights, combined with the punishment he took over his career, contributed to his battle with Parkinson's disease later in life. For Pacquiao, the Ali comparison is unavoidable. Both men were not just champions but cultural icons, beloved for their charisma, courage, and the way they carried the hopes of their nations. Both also faced the temptation of fighting beyond their prime. Pacquiao has admitted that Ali's story serves as a lesson. Greater than, Ali will always be the greatest, but what happened to him shows how dangerous this sport is, Pacquiao explained. If a legend like him can suffer because of boxing, then I need to be very careful. I don't want to put my family through that. I don't want to fight only for pride. Despite his warnings, Pacquiao's fighting spirit has not disappeared. Training clips of him still go viral, showing bursts of speed and power that remind fans of his prime years. His footwork, hand speed, and stamina remain impressive for a man in his mid-40s, leading some supporters to believe he could still compete against younger fighters. Names like Mario Barrios, Conor Benn, and even crossover exhibition bouts continue to be floated. The possibilities are exciting, but the risks are undeniable. Doctors and fight experts often point out that reflexes slow with age, recovery time increases, and even a fighter with great conditioning cannot escape the natural wear and tear of decades in the ring. Brain injuries, concussions, and long-term neurological damage remain the sport's darkest dangers. Pacquiao is aware of this. He admits that while the thrill of hearing the crowd chant his name still excites him, he no longer fights for money or validation. His legacy is secure. What remains is his pure love for competition. The same love that once drove him from a struggling teenager in General Santos City to the pinnacle of global boxing. At the same time, Pacquiao's life outside the ring has grown more demanding. He has served in public office in the Philippines, dedicated himself to charity work, and continues to mentor the next generation of Filipino boxers. His identity today is as much about being a statesman, father, and role model as it is about being a fighter. This is where the conflict lies. Should he return for one last big fight, risking his long-term health? Or should he step away permanently, avoiding the fate of Muhammad Ali and other greats who could not let go until it was too late? Greater than, my heart says fight. My body still feels ready. But my mind tells me health comes first, Pacquiao said. I want to give fans a real fight if I return, not just show up because I can. That would not be fair to them, and it would not be fair to me. The boxing world remains divided. Some fans urge him to retire gracefully, arguing he has nothing left to prove. Others hope to see one final spectacle, believing Pacquiao's story deserves one last chapter under the bright lights. Whatever he chooses, Pacquiao's awareness of the dangers puts him in a unique position. He is not blind to the risks, nor is he driven solely by pride. He has seen what happened to Ali. He knows the dangers of holding on too long. And he understands that his next decision may not just define the end of his career, but also the quality of life he will enjoy after the gloves are hung up for good. Whether Pacquiao returns to the ring or stays retired, one truth remains: his legacy is already untouchable. He is a fighter who brought honor to his country, entertained millions, and proved that greatness can come from the humblest of beginnings. But perhaps his most important victory will come not from another fight, but from knowing when to finally walk away, before the danger he himself has named becomes a reality.